All right, cool. Anything else before we jump into your reviews? I had a guy send a question, and he was asking about best practices for the providing services. So I was like, yeah, I'll just whip up a quick video, send it to him on Loom. So I went here, and I wasn't really paying attention. Went to edit page, blah 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 blah. I was just kind of talking through the matching here, and then I pushed X, and I was like, what the heck is that? And it had to be like a couple days off the boat. So this is what I'm talking about, reviews on the services page. And actually, let me open up another tab because I believe that this will have a couple ramifications. I think that it's going to have ramifications. Let's do a people search here. Let's do Bez, since you're just right there on my screen. So I think there's going to be ramifications with how when someone does a service category search here, I just, maybe not right now, but long term, this has got, your reviews have got to be factored into search result ranking, right? If you're looking for a service provider, surely their aggregate rating is going to be included in the ranking, right? It's got to eventually. The other place where I could see it playing out is, oh, look at that. It's not wanting to do that.
Thanks for pointing it out. I'm going to be adding something there.
The other one is if someone goes here and then they start the process right here, right? So this is essentially a search for a category. You could do the same thing like this, graphic design, show results. So I can do a graphic design service provider search here. You could also go to ProFinder and do the same thing. I'm just assuming that in both of those places, eventually your review rating will be a ranking factor here. So I think that this is going to be more important for like solopreneurs, freelancers, you know, the smaller people who are going to be getting these more one-off jobs. But in the long term, who knows? But in the short term, that's where I'd see it going. So here, what I did is just for kicks and giggles, I invited to review Monty, right? So you do this. You have to, I can't just go to your profile. Actually, maybe I can. Let's workshop it. So reviews, invite to review. I have to choose a service. Next. And then I type who I want to review. There's 20 credits available, and it refills January 1st, 2022. Sending an invite to review a client requires 1 credit. If an invite is withdrawn, the credit is returned. Okay.
So you only get 20 a year.
20 a year.
Well,
so send them to happy people.
One thing that'll do is limit the fake reviews.
Mm-hmm. And so, okay, Monty.
So I wonder if people are going to be, when they land on your page, they'll have the option to do the review. It's just you can only invite. And also, too, just real quick, John Asperian did a video where he actually gave a review. And right now, the reviews, if you get people to do them, they are not showing up. It's going to be a while till they actually show up on the page.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. So Monty, I did an invite, and you did the review, right? What?
I did.
Okay. Do you want to flip flop it? Do you want to send me an invite to review so I can see what it looks like as a recipient?
Sure.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
So for me as the service provider, I send it. Monty did the review. I was not notified when Monty did the review. I was like, well, golly, I guess no one's going to do anything. I mean, I only tried once. So it's like, and then Monty's like, yeah, did it go through? And I was like, no, I have no idea. So this says here, you haven't received enough reviews to display your overall rating. So there's got to be a minimum point where the star aggregation shows up. I don't know what that number is. So we can maybe get to that today, maybe not. So Monty, did you just send me an invite to review?
No, I'm still trying to.
Review status. Ooh,
I'm
ooh,
still
look at
trying
that.
to.
There it is. There it is. Sorry. Reviews status. Right there. Private to
Yeah.
you. Review status. So it looks like actually this is where it is. Reviewed on 610. Rating 5 of 5. Sweet.
I was kind.
Message. Sweet. Wait, that was kind. Thank you. Thanks. Okay, so it looks like you can see who has reviewed. Was there a add text, Monty?
Yeah,
Or
there's
is it-
text on it. Yeah, I wrote a nice review for it. So
Thank you.
I think you get 500 characters to write in the description, if I remember correctly from watching John's.
I'm surprised that they don't review it there, or I mean, they'll let you review it there.
Like a recommendation. Yeah. Maybe they want the reviews to have less, maybe they want you to have less control over reviews so that they're honest. Did you send me an invite to do that?
No, where do I go now?
Go to right here in the bottom left where it says invite to review.
On your profile, right?
Yep, go to your profile, click the services.
Providing services. There we go. Invite to review. Okay.
Okay, here we go. I'm waiting for my notification.
You
ready to go? You send it?
That's
okay. Okay. This is the magic of editing. If you watch this in the future, ding! I'll just pull this out of my easy bake oven. All right. So that is kind of the nuts and bolts of where you find your reviews. Did you say, was that Crystal? You were saying somebody had done this. Does anybody know of anyone that has gotten enough to where the review aggregation shows?
Well, actually, if you go, John Espirian, Espiran, he does a lot of great content. He does a lot of tests and experiments. So he's a great person to connect with or follow.
Is it ESP or ASP?
ESP, IRAN, or IAN, Espirian. But no, he has in a post, he has a video where he gave a recommendation to Brenda Miller, and he got a pop-up that said, we're not going to be showing this for a while. So I'm thinking that they may want to wait until people have gotten these before they turn it on and it shows. But if you watch the post, you'll see where it pops up and it tells them, well, you just gave that, but we're not going to be showing it for a while. And it just says for a while. It doesn't actually give you a time or something ambiguous of that nature. But if you go to his posts, you'd be able to see it. It's a pretty good tutorial.
So it's
gave you that.
What's that?
I gave you that recommendation, like over a week ago, right?
Yeah, I think they're all just not showing.
They're just not populating yet.
So it'd be prudent to kind of get ahead of the game so that when they do go live, you already have a good aggregate rating or a good, So check this out. They've got a promo here for ProFinder. Looks like short on time. Get started.
Huh.
Oh, now they're taking you to the service marketplace, which looks different than ProFinder. Interesting. Look at that. They don't even have nearly the services. Design. Oh, interesting. I guess they do, but it's in the subcategory service. Yeah, this is just straight up this is straight up, this is the same exact workflow here. Okay. So this is skipping. Oh, that's cool that they're so what's happening is they're promoting the service marketplace, which will, once people start to get used to it and adopt it, probably take off a little bit. That's cool. No notifications yet. Sorry, Monty. Don't worry, your review is coming.
They are speedy.
All right, cool. Well, I feel like that's about that for the services. Anybody else want to chime in on thoughts for that?
It'll be interesting to see how they use them and if they actually do tie it into a search. If it, for SEO factors. LinkedIn really hasn't been very good in terms of increasing your SEO outside of the platform, but that would be a good feature to have. And if they are putting a little bit higher standard on how you get them, and that they're limiting basically how many that you have, I think that will help to make them a little bit more valuable, in my opinion. But we'll see how the people adopt it.
I did see something that might be connected to this that I don't remember seeing, but when you start a post now, there is, if you click on, let me see here, wait, let me go back. So if I click, oops, no, not an event. I click on start a post, you'll, at the bottom, they have the icons for the specialty kind of posts. If you click on the three dots, there's an option to find an expert. And when you click on that, actually, that interface looks very much the same almost as that services. So I'm wondering if that's going to be tied into it in some way, if people were to actually post that they were looking for an expert of something.
Maybe in the future. So right now, this kind of just auto assembles a post.
Yeah.
Using these as the dynamic text variables for in here.
Making you pick those categories, I wonder, and I didn't fill it out, but to see exactly if that's going to maybe connect in some way when someone does that to maybe a search for those types of experts or into the marketplace or something of that nature, which that could be a powerful little tool because people do post a lot that they're looking for somebody.
Yep, for sure. You can do a content search as well for those folks to match your industry. So like you could do, right, for all of you who haven't done this, like I'm looking for professionals and graphic design. And let's do that as a content search. So you can do that if you're a graphic designer. Boom. There you go. Sort by latest. Show results. There you go.
Oh, as a lead gen thing for people who are looking for, that's an interesting search.
Yep. And then you can just bookmark it. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone I just gave you away a tool. Okay. All right, cool. Well, if that's all she wrote on the reviews for now, let's we can probably call it a day unless somebody else has anything else you want to talk about.
Thanks, Isaac.
Yep. Good to see y'all.
Great to see everybody.
It's a bunch.
Bye. Good
Bye,
to see everybody.
Bye.
Bye.